Hello people of YouTube, 'tis I once more, the Crimson Assassin, and I am bringing you yet another anime review. And today, we are reviewing the anime was insanely popular last year, had a massive amount of hype, a massive amount of follow-up, and it was a good introduction to its new own franchise. The anime we are talking about, of course, is Tokyo Ghoul. And I originally did a review for Tokyo Ghoul back in 2014. If you have not checked out that review, I recommend you go check this out before you watch this. So, what I said during the review is that I said that there were a lot of things really needed to be addressed in the show. Like, there was, a few questions needed to be answered, a few hiccups here and there along the road, but if they answered all these questions in the next season, and they answered much and more, and give me more character development, and have more intense action scenes, then it'll be a solid anime. And Tokyo Ghoul, the first season, definitely was. It was definitely a solid anime, to the point where it was number 5, I believe, for my top 10 best animes I saw in 2014. So, there's this massive amount of follow-up coming into the second season. People were speculating that the second season will be better than the first season. I almost said third season. Better than the first season, and ergo, people were excited to see the second season of Tokyo Ghoul. So when the second season was announced for Tokyo Ghoul, I was even hyped myself, because I liked the first season, and I couldn't wait to see what was going to happen with the second season of Tokyo Ghoul. So today, as I'm filming this review, Tokyo Ghoul currently finished. I just saw the ending for Tokyo Ghoul Route A, which is the second season's name. So, after all this hype I've been hearing about, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, before I go into full detail of the actual review, I want to let everyone know something. I purposely waited for the entire series to end and then film my review. Because I kind of wanted to have all the episodes piled up, and then, I'll binge watch it. So I started watching it yesterday before the last episode aired, and today aired the last episode, and I watched it, including a bunch of other episodes I purposely left out. And I gotta say, people, what are my thoughts of Tokyo Ghoul? But before we actually go back to Tokyo Ghoul, it's basically a follow-up to the first season for the Tokyo Ghoul. And, excuse me. So, I don't even know where to begin. So, if you have, again, I go with the story when I say it, and back in the first review from my hair. But the story of Tokyo Ghoul Route A basically follows Kaneki, it basically immediately takes place after the event in the first season, and like those huge battle scenes that were going to happen in the last episode of the first season happened in the first episode of the second season. So at least we got a conclusion about that. And all in all, what are my real thoughts about Tokyo Ghoul Route A? What a complete fucking disappointment, guys. I was completely disappointed by the second season, and here is why. Now, I'm going to get a lot of fucking hate just for, doing this review. Let me just tell you this right now, because all I hear non-stop from every media is how great Tokyo Ghoul Route A is. All I hear is how massively popular this anime became overnight, and how insanely great it was. So when the second season ended out, immediately the hype spread, and everyone was enjoying the second season. And as the anime progressed, I see more of it, and more of it, and more of it. I see hype everywhere for the anime. Ergo, I was even more hyped myself to watch the second season, and what a complete freaking disappointment it was. This is my opinion, guys. I just want to let you guys know all this. It is my opinion. You guys may absolutely love the second season, but for me, here's are my thoughts, okay? First of all, this has to be addressed, okay? But first of all, there were a few good things about Route A that I did like, okay? There were a few good things. Okay, number one, the action scenes. There was way more action scenes in the first season and the second season than there was in the first season. That was really nice. I like the action scenes. They were all intense. They were all great, and I love the action scenes. Animation. still as solid as ever. I love the animation for the Tokyo Ghoul Route A, same as the first season. Absolutely loves it. I love the level of detail. Although this is a huge problem that we're going to get into, you know, as we progress. But its censoring did get a little annoying, which we'll get to that pretty soon. Next, we have characters. Now, more characters that didn't get enough screen time in the first season got enough screen time in the second season, which I liked. But it went up to the point where the main character, Kaneki, barely has enough screen time in the anime, and which we'll get into that more soon. The character that really got the most screen time in the anime was this guy named Amon, who was Madao's former partner, which he gets a lot of screen time in the anime, which I like what they did. That I was interested in the guy, although it went to the point where like 3 episodes, no, like almost the entire anime revolved around Amon, which is weird because Kaneki's the main character, and which we'll get into Kaneki pretty soon. In fact, fuck it, we'll get into Kaneki now. My God, was he better in the second season than he was in the first season. I did like Kaneki even more, a slight more than I did like him in the first season. The first season, he was this weakling. He didn't know what to do with himself. He was starting out as a ghoul, and he didn't know what to do, what to think. And him in the second season, going through more development and more of this crazy mixed jumbo crap that he's into. It was nice. He got, you know, he had more development into it, which I really liked, okay? And there were a few more characters introduced in the anime. Like, you have Akira, who is Amon's partner, his new partner. And she was really nice. She's actually Madao's daughter, who is very... Madao was another interesting character that I was interested in the first season, and you do get to see what happened to him in the second season, which I really did like. And of course, you get the development out of his daughter, which is really nice. I did like Akira, and Colin Clinkenbeard, by the way, as Akira, is really well done. And speaking of English dubs, Tokyo Ghoul Route A has an English dub, which is kind of weird in my thing, because the first season doesn't have an English dub, and it's licensed by Funimation. So I honestly don't know how they're going to handle the dub for the first season, but as for the second season, and it's dubbed, I really liked it. You got Eric Vale, you got Eric Vale as Nishiki, Brina Plancia as Toka, you got Austin Teal as Kaneki, Todd Habercorn as Toka's brother, which he does a well done job on that department. Although I would like to see more screen time about that guy, but you know what? For the most part, I got enough screen time with Todd Habercorn's character than anything else. And I really did like the English voice acting. Apparently Monica Rial was supposed to be Rize, but Rize's not even in the second season, which is kind of fucking weird, but oh well. Hell, maybe out of the first season if they ever dubbed it. But all in all, that's all I can really say about the second season and what its good things. Now we're going to talk about my biggest problems with the second season. My first biggest problem that I had with the second season, and this is a doozy. Our main character, Kaneki. Now, as I just mentioned before, I liked what they did with him. Don't get me wrong, I feel like it was a complete 180 to what he was about in the first season. Ergo, I really did like him in the second season. However, he was the main character, and he barely has enough screen time in the second season. Like, you see him like once or twice in the entire season. That's it. You'll see him a couple of times here and there, and that's just about it. That is all you'll get out of Kaneki. And what pisses me off the most is that I felt like the real main character of the anime was Amon. I feel like Kaneki was more of the side character, or support character, and Amon was like the real main protagonist. The fuck? Kaneki's our main protagonist. Let's stick with our main character. Let's not jump to the side for more development. I mean, sure, I would love more development out of Amon, but keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, he's our main character. So why not just completely forget about what our main character is and just completely go back to this guy who has his romance with Akira, which, let's get into that, had no use in the entire anime. I feel like that was just thrown in there to add a little relief. Which, guess what? It did not need it to be there to begin with. Next we have its ending. Its ending. Oh my god, what a complete fucking spit on your face ending. That was a complete waste of time. That was a complete what the fuck kind of ending was that? The ending of premiered today as I'm filming this review, and you're gonna give me that piece of filth? What? And what pisses me off the most is that people kept telling me that this is the greatest anime they've ever seen. But guess what? This is my opinion. I've seen way more animes than any other person on the fucking planet. Well, okay, that's an overstatement right there. But you get the point. All in all, yes, I did like the second season. However, it does not forbade its glaring major issues. Its major issues is that this main character Kaneki has less screen time in the second season than he did in the first season. The ending sucked, and the ending gave us more questions than answered. There's a massive amount of questions that still needed to be answered in the anime, but completely forgoes it because guess what? They want you to read the manga. Oh, you want to know how Ghoul is made? Read the manga. Oh, you want to know who is this owl-looking thing? Oh, read the manga. Oh, you want more development out of Kaneki? Oh, read the manga. Really? You're just gonna spit in our faces and give us that piece of filth. I wasted time and energy watching your anime and I expect a satisfying ending. That ending was paramount. It was paramount, guys. And this pisses me off the most. The fact that the anime had less character with our main character screen time. It had a freaking silly romance that did not need to be there to begin with. The ending sucked. The fact that the anime has a lot of freaking censoring issues with the anime. Yeah, I forgot to go into that. There's like this huge thing when it comes to censoring in the anime, and it's completely annoying having to see some characters, bloods being censored, like heads getting chopped off, arms being censored, all these like knives and shit being like blurred out and shit. There's a white dash line and shit. That got annoying real quick, which is an issue that happened in the first season, but I forgot to mention the second, my first review. Blah, blah, blah. And the fact that, and the fact that the ending was a piece of shit, and the romance I needed to, all in all, people, what do I give Tokyo Ghoul Route A? I give Tokyo Ghoul Route A 4 out of 10. It is a complete disappointment, and I recommend that you do not watch Tokyo Ghoul, period. Because after what I witnessed in that anime's ending, it was a complete fucking waste of my time. It's a complete fucking waste of your time if you watch the anime. It was completely lackluster, anticlimactic, 4 out of 10. And what did you guys think of Tokyo Ghoul? Did you like it? Did you hate it? This is your opinion. I will never hold it against you. If you love it so much, that's your opinion. I will not uphold it against you. All in all, people, those are my thoughts about Tokyo Ghoul Route A. Take it with a grain of salt. And I recommend that you just don't watch Tokyo Ghoul Route A completely. Oh. Until next time, people, this is the Crimson Assassin, and I am signing out. Piss the fuck off!